Your Dynamic Office, Chapter 38 of Eat Well, Move Well, Live Well, 52 Ways to Feel Better in a Week. Is sitting the new smoking? Sitting has been in the news a lot in the last year or so. Everyone's talking about it, everyone's doing it, but other than talking about doing less of it, no one really knows what to do about it. After all, we live in a world seemingly designed for sitting, and boy do we make our chairs comfy. We sit in chairs to eat, drive, read, write, watch television, listen to lectures, enjoy movies and theater, and even to exercise. Seriously, notice all the exercise cycles that let you get your cardio on while sitting and pedaling. Even a lot of weightlifting can be done while sitting. With the exception of sleeping and our short walks to and from our chairs, it seems that most people in Western countries spend their waking hours on their butts, and it's being blamed for a variety of lifestyle diseases and conditions. Studies show us that cardiovascular disease and metabolic syndrome, obesity, and shorter lifespans in general are all associated with a lot of time spent sitting. Why is sitting so bad? Sitting isn't bad per se, but too much sitting to the exclusion of so many other movements and positions is bad. Our tissues require a variety of different movements and bone and joint configurations, and overusing some and underusing others makes some of our parts get too much activity, while others get none. James Levine, a leading researcher at the Mayo Clinic, did a cool study with Jamaican office workers and farmers. Using magic underwear, quote-unquote, with sensors built in, he found that overweight subjects averaged 1,500 daily movements and 600 minutes sitting, while the more active farmers averaged 5,000 movements and only 300 minutes sitting. The less they sat, the more they moved. To take the bad of sitting to the next level, consider that we've designed most of our chairs to put us in the exact same position, knees bent to 90 degrees, hips at 90 degrees, and our arms out front for reading, steering, typing, and eating. Then, with a nod to well-meaning ergonomics, we fine-tune our chairs to get our bodies into the position that hurts the least, so we can work harder and sit longer. While it's true that special chairs and cushions, ergonomic keyboards, and strategically placed monitors can help you keep carpal tunnel syndrome and backaches at bay, the issues go far deeper than that. Too much time in this one basic position, even ergonomically fine-tuned, keeps the skeleton rigid in what amounts to a cast. Some muscles are casted in a shortened, chronically tight position. Others are cast too long to be able to do their job. In addition, our cardiovascular system can also suffer when we are at one basic position for long periods. Sitting in the same configuration all day long creates overuse and stiffening in some parts of our arteries and veins, leading to premature aging, calcification, and varicose veins. The lymphatic system also relies on rhythmical, whole-body movement to function, and if we are still, it gets sluggish. When we do finally stand up, our backs ache, we're hunched over, and it takes quite a few steps before we are standing tall and hopefully walking smoothly again. Often, before that recovery can fully happen, we're back to sitting once more. The standing solution? Can't we just stop sitting and do everything standing up? New products to support standing at work are popping up everywhere, whether it's an inexpensive way to convert your desk to a stand-up version or an expensive automatic desk that adjusts with a touch of a button. These tools are great, but not always convenient to use or affordable, and in the workplace come with stares and funny looks. Even with these devices for our desks, we still have to sit a lot. Most meetings, lunches, and commutes still come with seats. There's simply no way around it, and with the all-or-nothing attitudes that most of us have, when we are faced with a choice we think to be futile, we simply give up. In this case, we just keep sitting. Since the media latched onto it, so many articles have been published on the dangers of sitting that now we're starting to see legitimate warnings against standing all day. It's true. Even if we did manage to replace most of our sitting with standing, our problems would be the same, only different. What if it's not sitting, but sitting still that's the new smoking? It's not merely sitting that's the problem, and just standing to work isn't the solution. There's evidence that it's the act of holding these positions too long and too often that's the problem. Sit still or stand still, neither is better than the other. There have been many studies showing the importance of exercise and activity, but a study recently published in Diabetes, the Journal of the American Diabetes Association, showed that short, periodic, but easy walking breaks had the greatest positive effect on health markers. Other studies confirm this, showing that a cycle of sitting at work broken up by very short, easy walks had dramatic and positive effects on blood sugar and insulin response. The great news here is that the work-break cycle also contributes to productivity. The Pomodoro technique is one popular method based on this finding. You work on one task for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break before returning to work. When you do return to work, your body and mind are refreshed, and you are also ready to focus. Merely swapping out sitting for standing is not the solution to too much sitting. We need to stop sitting still, especially for long periods of time. Luckily, this is a lot easier to do than an all-out switch from sitting to standing. Ideally, you need to use a variety of sitting and standing positions throughout the day. Change them frequently, and make sure to get plenty of frequent movement. It also helps to do a little light recovery work, like stretching and mobility drills, to combat all the chronic sitting that you've probably been doing all of your life. It's not difficult, but you do need a plan. Your tasks for this chapter. 1. Track your sitting. Log your typical daily tasks in list form, and then go down the list, noting the position you're in for each activity. For example, sleep, lying down. Walk the dog, standing. Breakfast, sitting. Drive to work, sitting. Work, sitting. Keep going until you've logged your entire day. It should end up with you going back to bed. When you're done with the day, go back and circle or highlight all of the sitting. Hold on to your log, because you'll want to look back in a few weeks to see how far you've come. 2. Sit less, stand more. Using the log that you just created, pick a few areas of extended sitting. Think about ways to do some of these tasks standing up. Take your laptop to a countertop or read your email on your tablet standing up. 3. When you do sit, sit better. When you must sit, try to find different seating positions, different types of chairs, stools, or even the floor, and check out some of the great tools we list on our resources page. A Swiss ball is handy for sitting differently, but consider adding something like a back joy to your chair. 4. When you do sit, don't sit still. Move 5 minutes every 25 minutes of work. A Pomodoro timer app comes in handy for a reminder to move around. Remember, you just have to walk around for 5 minutes, get a cup of tea or something. No need to work up a sweat. 5. When you're not sitting, recover from it. A few exercises, a few times a day, will do wonders to help curtail the effects of all the sitting that you do. Take 5 minutes to do your calf stretch, double calf stretch, top of the foot stretch, T-spine stretch, door hang, and roll your feet. You can see video demonstrations of all of these exercises in the resource section at eatmovelive52.com/resources. Thank you for listening to Chapter 38, Your Dynamic Office. For more like this, visit eatmovelive365.com and have a great day.